All right, so this is everything gotten from Paul O'Neill Day, New York Yankees, August 21st, 2022 versus the Toronto Jays. Jeez. Um, so we have a bunch of stuff here. First, let's start with the giveaway, which is commemorative tickets. So there's a funny story. There wasn't a whole lot of people that took these, which I was surprised. These are the giveaway they get at the gate. Not a lot of people were actually going to. A lot of people are just bypassing it for some reason. They gave me 4 of these. 2 of them are elsewhere, but so the 2 I have right now. There's 3 of us, and in total we got 10. So they really were getting rid of these, but here it is, the commemorative ticket, the logo on it, and the back is just advertising, social media stuff. So that's cool. I'm glad I'm apparently one of the few people that actually wanted that. And let's go on to the next simple thing, which is a souvenir cup, which is a lot different than normal. A lot of times it is your regular, reusable cup that's not clear. This is more of a beer cup actually, but this is what they have this year. Said pretty major downgrade, but it's what they got. They got the Yankees logo and then just generic on the other side. I was hoping they maybe would even have something special for the day, but nothing. At least that I could see. But anyway, the rest of the stuff, we have a yearbook, we have a media guide, and then we have the card packs, which, again, I was holding out hope that the Yankee Stadium would have team sets, but they seem to be the only stadium that I know of that don't carry even their own team sets. I don't know why. I had to buy these online, and obviously the Toronto ones I bought online too, but Yankee Stadium seems to be the only stadium where you can't buy cards. I don't know why, but and as you can see, this is in a plastic wrap. I'm going to have to pause the video here. We will get to these here in a second. Okay, so here's the official yearbook, 2022 New York Yankees. Here's a nighttime picture of it with, I guess, cars whizzing by or something. $20. With sales tax and stuff, it was like $21.78. I think I remember was the exact price. But here we go. Table of contents. This is one of those thick books I need to hold down with something, either my knee or my foot. I see, we have Staten Island Ferry Hawks and Tampa Tarpons over there. So I have soccer team, Yes Network. Contents, Yankees ownership. And we got an article about Aaron Judge here. Continuing. This is actually a pretty lengthy article. Hey, no you don't. I don't know what this is. Players from the Pacific West. Players from the Great Plains. Players from the Midwest. Players from the Southeast. I guess, is this just like the most memorable Yankee player from every state sort of thing? Northeast. Interesting. Field of Dreams. I guess obviously this is more geared toward last year's Field of Dreams when the Yankees were in it. This year was the Cubs and the Reds. And did they announce next year? I don't remember. Assuming they're doing it next year and they have teams picked out. I really don't remember. I remember, I was going to say Nationals and Phillies, but that was this past weekend with the Little League Classic. Those 2 teams are playing in Williamsport next August. Got a Josh Donaldson article here. And Oh, the Tampa Tarpons manager. Honestly, I completely forgot about her because they made a big deal, right? Rightfully made a big deal about her at the beginning of the year. They even had a Tampa game on the Yes app that you could watch, and it was a full Yes Network, like high quality major league production. So that was cool. But then after that, you don't really hear about her or the team. Well, you hear about the team when there's like transactions, players going up and down. But other than that, you don't hear a whole lot about Tampa. I completely forgot about this whole thing. They kind of made their big hoopla about it in April and then moved away from it, I guess. Preview, I guess, month by month here, going into June, July, August. That's now. See, we're toward the end of the month now. And then September and October. And here we go. Here's the roster, starting with coaches. And that's my favorite. Cracked dirt. I understand what I was trying to symbolize, but it's yeah, 130 pages in. Now, is this going to be the entire 30-man or 40-man roster, or is it just going to be the active roster as of whenever? I guess it might be the full 40-man. Yeah, Steven Ridings is in there. Yeah, that's has to be the whole 40-man. Joely Rodriguez isn't even with the team. JP Sears went somewhere, didn't he? Got traded near the deadline. Catchers. We got infielders coming up. As Waldo making a splash currently. Alright, now we're on to outfielders. We have a visitor. Hopefully he doesn't like start walking on the program here. Yearbook. I forgot there's not really programs in major leagues. They're yearbooks. They're used for the whole year and they're like 200 pages. See, a lot of these guys are also AAA. And we have article about Gerald Williams, which if you watched if you watched the Captain documentary, it was kind of strange because he was being interviewed the entire time, and then like in the last like minute of the whole documentary they mentioned that he died. It was like, you've been interviewing him this whole time. Past Yankees yearbooks. Oh, that's interesting. I think we have that one. Huh, this is a cool thing. Okay, now I can't flip the page. There we go. Big Ten advertisement. I like how they advertise at the stadium too. I also saw an ad while I was there for the Pinstripe Bowl. They seem to have a new sponsor, Bad Boy Mowers. Broadcasters. Stadium guide. Schedule, promotional dates, obviously rough draft of it, although they do have the Paul O'Neill Day, where I was there. Even says commemorative ticket giveaway. I'm just still confused why it seemed like nobody really wanted the commemorative tickets. I mean, I don't know, it's something I like. I have a few commemorative tickets now. I have the first AA game for the Patriots. That's a cool commemorative ticket. There's another one I have that I'm blanking on right now too. I know I have at least 3, but I'm blanking on the other one. So let's go to the media guide, which might be a while. We'll see. Honestly, I might have to pause at some point. I still have some room right now, but but I might have to pause at some point to make more room, because I can easily make more room. What is going on over there? You've never done that ever. You have never cared what is in my trash until right now. What are you doing? Anyway. Let's see how long this is. So, obviously there's going to be some repeat content in the media guide, but it's going to be more in-depth, longer descriptions of everything. Minimal ads. I would say no ads, but in the there it is. There are some. And, this is the rise of media guides all of a sudden, because I had not seen, and maybe I have seen media guides in the past and I just didn't pay much attention to them until this year, but I do not have any memory of seeing a physical media guide in a team store anywhere until early this year in Altoona. And still to this day, a lot of minor league teams don't carry it. That's still like, one of the few minor league teams I know that has media guides. However, major leagues seem to really be going in with these media guides. Obviously, I got one at the Phillies, and I didn't see one at the Mets, but Yankees have one too. And it's not to say Mets don't have one, but it wasn't like presented like right in my face enough to where I would see it if there was one around. And also with the difference between Mets and then Phillies and Yankees is that with the Phillies and Yankees, you would buy them at like a stand on the concourse. There was no need to actually go into the store or anything. I just got them at like a stand on the concourse when you walk in. With the Mets, they didn't really have that, at least not where I was walking. So there was really, nothing like that where it's like really in your face. Again, I'm trying to think back, because I remember being at the counter getting the yearbook at Citi Field, and there was something that I was contemplating. Was that a media guide? Now I'm starting to like second guess myself, because there was something at the counter that was kind of interesting to me, I remember. But it's like, nah, I'll just go with the normal yearbook. But was that a media guide? I don't remember what it was that I saw. There was something I saw that I was contemplating but didn't actually get. Could that have possibly been a media guide? I don't remember. And it's not like, minor league teams to where I would be able to like look up on their online store and it'd be like kind of the same experience as walking in. Because with major leagues, they all use Fanatics, which is kind of a experience. It's very generic. Like if you want something generic, if you want like an Aaron Judge like t-shirt, if you want like a very popular player jersey, that's fine for that. But like, if you want to look for something like a media guide, I highly doubt you can find that on Fanatics. And other than that, the only place that you might be able to find something is eBay. That's where I get my MLB sets. I remember a few years ago I was able to find team sets on Fanatics, but they are non-existent on Fanatics, even though I know they exist this year. Last year they didn't make them 21, but 22 this year they clearly exist, but Fanatics still doesn't carry them on their site, so I always go to eBay when I have to buy cards online. So yeah, Fanatics, as I said, it's an okay experience, but for stuff that I'm normally looking for, it's not very helpful. Again, if you want something very popular or very generic. You can probably find it there, but you know, probably not media guides, definitely not cards. At least team sets. I think I saw cards on there, but it's like those kinds of cards that are like, you know, $2,000 for this autographed Hall of Fame card, and it's like one card. It's not what I'm looking for. Yeah, I'm kind of getting into the groove of doing these recently too. With back-to-back weeks of Major League games. Kind of used to these long, do the yearbook, do the media guide, and then do the cards. Getting kind of used to that. And obviously I haven't really been talking much about the media guide itself, because you can, you know, see what's going on. It's, you know, just detailed descriptions of every single player on the roster, which is cool. But, you know, it's not really something that, in the case of this video, that I really need to talk about too much. I mean, you can see what's going on. If you need to see something, as always, you can pause it. But, you know, there's nothing really too fascinating and great for the context of this video to talk about. You know, and at some point I will read all this, and I will enjoy it, and it will be worth the $20. By the way, this is the exact same price as the yearbook. It'll be worth the $21.78. But for now, you know, no real need. We're only about halfway through. And one thing that is cool about this, they do have, like, not color code, but you see what I mean. They have it in little sections that you can see on the end there. And even though it doesn't look like, if you look at that, it doesn't look like we're halfway, we are. I think it's like close to 500 pages that this yearbook is, if I remember right. It's just the roster takes up a lot of it. And we're actually done with that. 1021 in review. Did I miss a page? Yes, I did. I thought it looked weird for a start to a section. Got it. I missed a page again. Here it is. So I'm missing a lot of pages this entire time. It seems like every time I try to flip, I'm accidentally doing 2 pages. And again. And here we have, you know, overall stats in both individual and team, and, you know, pitching, hitting, all that. Injured list, I see. Opponents stats, it's kind of interesting. Here it is. Important dates in Yankees history, which spans multiple pages. And kind of almost little articles about World Series teams, it looks like. Or at least significant years. I don't know if they're all World Series teams. Retired uniforms. Oh, they even included Paul O'Neill. All-time roster. Every single Yankee is right here. All-time numerical roster. There it goes. Home opener, ceremonial first pitches, managers, year-by-year results, hitting leaders. Club records. award winners, American League batting and pitching leaders, so I just had to adjust there. Triple plays, postseason summaries, year by year here, postseason awards, got hockey, got a whole list of other events at Yankee Stadium other than baseball. Obviously home to NYCFC. Previous homes of the Yankees, that'd be something interesting. College football at original Yankee Stadium. Thing about Monument Park. Scouting and stuff. Oh, again with this. Where were we? We're actually not that far off. Okay, let's just restart here. Number 1 draft choices. Hey, Rail Riders. Hey, Patriots. Hey, Renegades. Tarpons, Florida Complex League. Arizona Fall League. Got a bunch of minor league names in here. This is going over most of their minor leaguers. Still going with this. We're up to 480. Media information. So it's toward the back. Broadcasters again. And radio, TV broadcasts. Steinbrenner Field, Florida. Spring training and Tampa Tarpons home. And schedule. And there's the back. So anyway, as I said, I have like a minute of space left. I can easily delete something. I know of something, a big file that I can delete right now. Should have done it before. But I'm going to do that. And when I come back, we'll do the cards. All right, we're back. Here's the two teams. And one thing I want to add on to, because it was driving me crazy ever since I mentioned it, is that what I think I saw in the Citi Field team store that I passed on was the Mets magazine, which isn't a huge deal because it's literally just a magazine. I'd much rather have the yearbook. And it was late June, which means it was after Altoona, which means that at the time I definitely probably would have been like, I'm going to get the media guide no matter what. But I'm pretty sure it was Mets magazine. I did do, like I said, it was driving me crazy. So I went to my laptop and I went to the shopping tab of Google. I looked up Mets 2022 media guide, no results, just the yearbook. I went to Phillies, and it immediately came up. The one that's sitting right over there. First few results was that. But although I did look up Yankees and there were no results, but clearly it exists. But anyway, my point is, once I saw Mets magazine, it kind of struck a memory. And I think that's what I saw that I passed on in the store. I know this doesn't mean anything to anyone watching, but it's just like a personal thing where it's like, did I pass up on something that I normally would get? Which I don't think I did. Now that I looked at that, I think what I passed up on was a Mets magazine at the counter, which is, whatever. Anyway, on to the cards. Yankees first because they're the home team. First we have Aaron Judge. We have Giancarlo Stanton. Have Luis Severino. Have Jonathan Loaisiga. Have Jordan Montgomery. And Aroldis Chapman. Gio Urshela. Garrett Cole. DJ LeMahieu. Luke Voigt. He's with he went to San Diego and now he's with Nationals. Yeah, that's him. I had to think about it. Make sure I wasn't thinking someone else. That was Rizzo. This is Gary Sanchez. Brett Gardner, who it's weird that he's even in this pack because I understand that they do these at the beginning of the year. But he never had a contract for this year. He never signed at all. I guess the Tops just kind of assumed that he would sign eventually, but he didn't. That's kind of strange because he never had a contract for this year. It wasn't even a situation where he was with them at the beginning of the year. He was never with them this year, so that's kind of strange to include him. But then next you got Luis Gil. You got Aaron Hicks. You got Kyle Higashioka and Gleyber Torres. Okay, and now we got the Toronto Blue Jays 2022 team set. Had Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Got Hyun Jin Ryu, Kevin Gausman, Danny Jansen, Randall Grichuk, Breivik Valera, Lourdes Gurriel Jr., Santiago Espinal, Teoscar Hernandez, Jose Barrios, Kevin Biggio, Alek Manoah, Bo Bichette, Nate Pearson, George Springer, Alejandro Kirk, and Jordan Romano. Alright, so that is it for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all later.